Hey guys, Adam Gianarella here for I'm Lures. Another little segment I'm doing here is on jerk baits, and number one jerk bait I like to use is that I'm a Flit, and this is the I'm a Flit in the 120 series, and it's an awesome jerk bait. They have it listed as lure weight for a ½ ounce. It's about 5 inches, I think. Let's see here the packaging. It's 4¼ inches. I'm sorry. Number 6 treble hooks on there, and this lure is just, I mean, I used to use all Lucky Craft pointers. That's all I used for years, and I caught a lot of fish on them. And since signing or being a part of IMA's pro staff here the last 2 years, I switched over to these lures, and I really started catching a lot more fish while throwing these. And I think the reason being is the lure, when it gets to, I don't know how you guys are throwing your jerkbaits, but when you're past that spring mode of throwing jerkbaits, just that you get to that twitch pause mode, and you're really kind of ripping that jerkbait and trying to get the reaction. I'm talking about fishing for smallmouth here, and we're talking post spawn, we're talking clear water, and you know, up in these northern lakes, Lake Oneida, Lake Ontario, Lake Champlain, even some lakes here in Pennsylvania where the water's clear, the Susquehanna River. But when you're trying to get those smallmouth fired up, and you're trying to give them something they haven't seen, and trying to entice them to bite, and this lure right here does it. This lure underwater acts like the IMA skimmer does on top. I mean, this lure pop, back and forth, doesn't sit in the same spot. It just kind of darts. You can kind of almost walk the dog underwater with it, and that's what I really love about it. And that's what I couldn't do with my Lucky Craft points. They kind of, when you pulled them, they kind of wanted to slide a little bit, or just kind of not really dart. And this lure, just on the right size line, I like to throw it on 10 or 12 pound Seaguar and VizX line. I like throwing the Quantum Smoke Series rod, and I actually throw a 6.9. I throw a medium heavy, and the reason why I throw a medium heavy is I can get a little more pop out of the bait. And that really makes the bait kind of, you know, never does the same thing twice. It just pops back and forth, and you just switch that cadence up. And it's something the smallies just, they cannot stand, is that bait twitching over top of their heads. It's actually a suspending style bait, so it's not a floater. It'll sink down probably, you're looking at 5 to 6 feet depending on the type of line size you're using. It's rated for 6 to 8 feet. I don't think I've ever got it down to 8 feet, but it's got a really cool body design on it. You know, it's kind of shaped like that little, just like a bait fish, kind of that high back, and then back into that slender tail, and the body's got a nice shape to it. It's got a nice bill on it. The bill's not real chintzy. You know, you can bang this off some rocks and off bridge pilings, and the bill doesn't bust off. The paint's, you know, I mean, the paint comes off on any lure after you use it for a while, but the paint's durable on these. I mean, you throw the lures enough and the hooks are banging off the paint, you're going to wear the paint off of them. But, you know, it's not like the paint just falls off. And this is just a really cool color. This is their matte gill color. And I mean, that just looks like a perch coming at you. And I got a whole box of them here I don't have out. And I got different colors from their gold shine, or their gold colors, to their ghost minnow colors and everything. I'm just going to show you guys one of these baits here. This is the I'm a Flit 120. They also make it in a 100. It's a little smaller than this. I like the 120 series. I can cast it a mile. It's got great action, and it catches bigger fish. Just a little bigger profile lure. Just something you guys can go and check out. It's got number 6 trebles on there. I do switch them out again. I switch them out with those Mustad EWG trebles. Don't put on heavier hooks on these baits. Use the same style. Just the KVD trebles. Don't go to the 1X or the 2X, the real heavy one. Just want to use the same style so you don't hurt the action of the bait. You know, you don't want your bait sinking down. And this thing, it sinks a little bit, you know, when you throw it in the water, but when it sinks, it kind of shimmies too. But it's just a great lure. You know, they're not really high, they're not really crazy priced. It's the I'm a Flit 120. Go check them out. Catch some big smallies. See you guys.